Dampness is a top concern for all UK property owners, with common signs being peeling paint, mildew, and structural issues from moisture simply destroy your house value and put you and your family's safety at risk. Therefore, hiring a qualified damp-proofing expert in London provides a good benefit. They will guarantee that your property is safe and long-lasting. The safe and long-lasting is the good advantage of qualified damp. The benefits of having a professional damp-proofing company. London damp-proofing cannot be limited to just being a good repair service. Comprehension damp problems in London homes. Damp can be more prevalent in older London properties. The climate of London, coupled with the building's aged bricks and old-fashioned damp-proof courses, increases the chances of moisture finding its way into your home. There are 3 primary types of damp that all homeowners should be familiar with. 1. Rising damp. The signs of the condition show tide marks on walls and crumbling plaster and salt deposits. Rising damp is when water seeps up from the earth through brickwork or walls. 2. Penetrating damp. Penetrating damp occurs when rainwater penetrates through external building walls, and through roof leaks and through structural cracks and through damaged gutter systems. This type of damp leads to wet patches that develop on walls and ceilings, which become more severe during intense rainstorms. 3. Condensation. Condensation is caused by either too much moisture in the air or not enough air circulation inside your home. You will usually find condensation in bathrooms, kitchens and bedrooms. Black mold is a common indicator of this. Different types of dampness require different methods to resolve them. A qualified and professional damp-proofing company, based in London, will be able to assess your situation and advise on the best course of action to take, based on the type of property that you have. These different types of dampness require very different treatments and can be diagnosed/treated properly by an experienced damp-proofing firm based in London that will also be able to advise you on the best course of action for fixing your specific damp problems. Why hire a professional damp-proofing company? London? Although DIY fixes exist for damp issues, you often need to have the issue assessed by a professional. An experienced damp-proof company in London has both the equipment and skills necessary to find any moisture that could be hidden from view, and can then implement a permanent method of treatment. Professional services may include damp-proof course, DPC, installation, waterproof coating, basement tanking systems, timber treatment, ventilation. The specialists conduct a complete assessment of your property, which allows them to determine the source of moisture problems instead of only treating visible water damage. The treatment process will receive proper implementation because this method establishes a foundation which prevents future problems from occurring. Choosing the right damp-proofing company. Before choosing the damp-proofing company, ensure these factors. The factors are following here: expertise and industry certifications, full property surveys, openly displayed price schedules, formal guarantees in writing, good customer review. Choosing a well-established company can provide reliable service and produce a great outcome in the long term. Why DIY damp solutions often fail? Homeowners try to fix their problems with temporary DIY solutions, which include the repainting of damaged areas and the operation of dehumidifiers. The methods succeed in masking visible problems, but they do not solve the underlying issue. The building materials will keep absorbing water until an expert conducts a proper examination of the building. This process will lead to expensive structural damage when it continues over time. A London damp-proofing company employs advanced tools to find concealed water damage, which enables them to deliver comprehensive restoration services instead of partial treatments. Health risks associated with damp and mold. Damp conditions create 2 destructive effects because they destroy property and they endanger human health. Mold spores that enter the atmosphere can cause allergic reactions and asthma attacks and breathing problems. The 3 groups at risk include children and elderly individuals and people who have weakened immune systems. The presence of ongoing moisture problems leads to 2 main issues because it brings in pests and creates bad smells that spread through the house. Professional damp-proofing services in London help people achieve better indoor health by treating dampness problems at their first signs. Financial benefits of professional damp-proofing. Dampness in a property needs to be treated because it will damage the property's value. Surveyors during the property sales process identify damp issues which create delays and lower property offers. Your investment receives protection through professional damp-proofing services. Homeowners who fix problems at their first appearance will spend less money on future major home renovations. The cost of preventive treatment is lower than the expenses needed to fix structural damage, which results from extended moisture exposure. The installation of dry walls enhances insulation capabilities, which results in lower energy expenses and improved comfort throughout the entire year. The importance of regular damp inspections. The process of inspecting properties at regular intervals establishes an essential procedure for preventing dampness from occurring throughout the property durational period. Your home may seem dry, but moisture exists within hidden areas of your walls and flooring space. Through annual inspections which are conducted by certified professionals, it becomes possible to detect problems at their initial stage. The cost of routine maintenance activities remains lower than the expenses required to fix unexpected breakdowns. The establishment of scheduled inspections with a reliable damp-proofing service in London will maintain your home protection against moisture throughout the entire year. Conclusion: do not ignore damp issues, as they can be dangerous to health and structure. If left untreated, problems due to moisture can get worse quickly. You can get a professional damp-proofing company in London to diagnose your dampness correctly, give you a good solution and supply long-lasting protection for your home. If you see any evidence of dampness in your property, you can avoid spending too much money or being stressed out if you act fast. Benefits of having a professional damp-proofing company in London. Damp-proofing cannot be limited to just being a good repair service. They are also an investment in the safety, comfort and value of your home. Read more on HogDigest.com.